Hello, and welcome to our video. Today we will talk about NASA's SpaceX Crew 9 mission. This mission shows how strong and smart people can be when exploring space. It also shows how countries can work together to learn more about space. NASA is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It is part of the United States government and is in charge of exploring space and doing research. Since it started in 1958, NASA has led many space missions and made many scientific discoveries. SpaceX is a private company started by Elon Musk in 2002. It makes rockets and spacecraft. SpaceX has changed space travel by making rockets that can be used again. They work with NASA to send astronauts to the International Space Station, ISS. Together, NASA and SpaceX have made space travel cheaper and happen more often. The Crew 9 mission was part of NASA's plan to keep astronauts on the ISS all the time. The mission had many goals. The astronauts did experiments in microgravity, which means very low gravity. They also tested new technologies and did maintenance work to keep the ISS working well. The Crew 9 team had 4 members: NASA astronauts Nick Hague, Barry Butch Wilmore, Sunita Suni Williams, and Russian cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov. Each astronaut had a lot of experience and skills. Nick Hague. He was the pilot for the mission. He had been to the ISS before and was known for his engineering skills and leadership. Butch Wilmore. He was a former naval pilot and had a lot of experience in flying and spacewalks. Suni Williams. She had been on long space missions before and had done many spacewalks. She knew a lot about how the ISS works and how to do experiments there. Alexander Gorbanov. He represented Russia's space agency, Roscosmos. He knew a lot about spacecraft systems and working with other countries in space missions. The crew trained hard before the mission. They practiced different mission scenarios, did physical training, and learned how the Dragon spacecraft's systems work. This training made sure they were ready for the challenges of a long space mission and the scientific work on the ISS. The Crew 9 mission launched on September 28, 2024, from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. They used SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket. The Dragon spacecraft, named Freedom, carried the crew into orbit. This was the 10th time a crewed Dragon spacecraft flew as part of NASA's Commercial Crew program. The launch went smoothly, and all systems worked well. After reaching orbit, the crew checked the spacecraft's systems to make sure it was ready to dock with the ISS. About 24 hours after launch, the Dragon Freedom docked with the Harmony module of the ISS. The Crew 9 astronauts joined the ISS's Expedition 72 crew. Life on the ISS follows a set schedule that balances work, exercise, and personal time. The Crew 9 astronauts adapted to this schedule and contributed to the station's operations and scientific work. Scientific research. The crew worked on over 150 experiments in areas like biology, physics, and technology development. These experiments used the unique microgravity environment to get insights that are not possible on Earth. Spacewalks. The astronauts did maintenance and upgrades on the ISS. They did several spacewalks to install new equipment, fix existing systems, and prepare the station for future missions. International collaboration. The Crew 9 team worked with astronauts from other countries. This showed the global cooperation that is important for the ISS project. They did joint experiments and shared cultures, making the mission richer. The Crew 9 mission was originally planned to last 6 months. However, technical problems with the Boeing Starliner spacecraft, which was supposed to bring astronauts Wilmore and Williams back to Earth, caused an unexpected extension. The Starliner had issues with its thrusters, so the astronauts had to stay on the ISS for an extra 3 months. This extension required the crew to adapt both in their work and mentally. They continued their scientific work, did more spacewalks, and maintained the station's systems. They showed great resilience and flexibility during this uncertain time. As the mission neared its end, the Crew 9 astronauts prepared to return to Earth. They planned carefully, including transferring experiment results to cargo vehicles, checking spacecraft systems, and doing physical training to get ready for Earth's gravity again. On March 17, 2025, the crew boarded the Dragon Freedom spacecraft and undocked from the ISS. After a 17-hour journey, they re-entered Earth's atmosphere and landed in the ocean, off the coast of Florida on March 18, 2025, at about 5:57 p.m. local time. Recovery teams quickly reached the landed capsule to ensure the astronauts' safe extraction. Interestingly, a pod of dolphins surrounded the splashdown site, adding a unique touch to the crew's return. After returning, the astronauts had medical checks to see how they were adjusting to Earth's gravity and to check their overall health. They were welcomed by NASA officials, family members, and colleagues, celebrating the successful completion of their extended mission. The data collected during their long stay helps us understand the effects of long space missions on the human body. This information is important for planning future missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. In conclusion, the Crew 9 mission shows human resilience, adaptability, and the power of international collaboration in space exploration. The astronauts faced unexpected challenges, adapted to extended mission durations, and contributed valuable scientific knowledge. Their journey inspires us and paves the way for future explorations beyond our planet.